Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and demo of the new CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Liquid Foundation. I picked this up at Target for about $10. I, like some other people, had some difficulty finding it. I could not find it as of last week when I purchased it at Walgreens or CVS. I drove all over town trying to find it and finally found it at Target. I picked up the shade 842 Medium Beige, and the reason why I picked up that shade was because before I purchased it, I did look at some reviews, other reviews on YouTube. I know I've said before that I don't like to watch other people's reviews before I do my own, but for color purposes, because drugstores don't have testers, well, at least where I live, they don't have testers, I like to get an idea of the color I should pick up based on what I see other YouTubers with similar skin tones use. So I'm currently in like an NC 30. If you know me at all, I have oily skin and I do like to go a little bit darker with my foundation versus lighter. That's just my personal preference. I like to go a little bit darker because I really hate flashback in photos or where your face appears a little bit lighter, and I tend to blend down my neck and chest, and then if necessary I put like a body bronzer or something to even things out. I just like to be a little bit darker personally. So that said, 842 Medium Beige is a great color, and I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand for you. I know a lot of people have issues with CoverGirl foundations because of the color range, that they feel like it oxidizes or it's too pinky or orangey. Let's see if you can tell. Look how it blends. You can't even, at least on my hand, you can't even see the differential in the shade. I mean, it's absolutely perfect differential in the shades, meaning from my hand to the foundation. So that's really unusual for me to find such a great match. That's about where my love for this foundation ends. You're probably wondering why, that if somebody is oily, are they purchasing a Luminous foundation? Well, I have had luck with other Luminous foundations before. Armani Luminous Silk. It does make me extra shiny, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I just love the finish of that one. And I just love that foundation. So I will deal with the extra glow from that. But this was a little bit too much. This foundation has been on me. Let me explain. This side has been on for about 9 hours. This side has been on for about 3 hours because I did film this video once before. The demo part I'm leaving in, which starts in a few minutes. The demo part is from a couple hours ago, where I did half of my face. The intro part that I filmed previously, this kind of portion, I had to pitch because for some reason it came out really out of focus. And I know how, well, somewhat out of focus, but I know how you all feel about videos that aren't in focus. So I thought, nope, I'm just gonna reshoot the whole thing, and hopefully I am in focus this time. I'm kind of wishing I had gotten a camera with autofocus. But anyway, I do love my Canon, but I had to do this part over again. So, which is kind of better for you because now you can see how it looks after 9 hours. I haven't touched up, I haven't put any powder on, now I'm thinking maybe I actually should have done this in natural lighting because you can see maybe what I'm seeing. I don't love how this looks on me. It has held up. It held up, like, honestly, when I did this last recording about 3 hours ago, it looked a lot better than it does now. So 6 hours, it looked good. Now I'm really, especially the side that's older, really not liking it at all. Basically, it's not that it separates, it just kind of breaks down a little bit on my pores. So let me go to the application. I find the best application for this is with a beauty blender. I tried it with a brush and it just was really, really streaky. The brush left streaks everywhere. And then when I tried to go apply it with my fingers, like to get some extra coverage, it just made my pores look enormous. So if you have large pores, beware. The beauty blender, I was able to get a nice application from, and you'll see in the demo, and then build it a little bit. But it's still not, again, you'll see in the demo, it is still not a full coverage foundation, in my opinion. I would say it's a good medium coverage foundation. Because if you're like me and you like a full coverage, and when I say full coverage, I mean like an Estee Lauder Double Wear. I don't mean like a Derma Blend, but like something that truly on one go will get rid of marks, like old pigmentation, blemishes won't come through in one go around. To me, that's a full coverage foundation. You'll see that when I did the first layer, it didn't cover my discoloration. I had to go back with it again. So I have used the other CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1, the one that's been out for a couple of years now. That is like the foundation, concealer, primer in one, geared, I think, more toward us oilies, but that one gave pretty full coverage. This one, I guess, I would say that it definitely is catering more towards the dry skin. If you are an oily person, an oily skin person, and you live in a humid climate, I would definitely beware of this foundation, because the first day I wore it, honestly, this is why I give myself a few days before I put out a review, because the first day I really hated it. It felt super sticky on my skin. I felt very greasy all day long. And honestly, if I had given the review that day, I would have said, no way. But after a couple days, I mean, I actually kind of like the glow, but unfortunately my skin doesn't work with glowy foundations because my oils break through and then the glow turns to grease. It turns to not attractive. And I really feel like right now, if I took some blotting papers, I could probably fill up 5 or 6 blotting sheets full of oil right now. Like I said, I haven't touched up. I did set this with powder when I applied it. I didn't do it in the demo, but when I originally put it on this morning, I set it with my Ben Nye powder, and I felt like normally that Ben Nye powder makes my skin look flawless over any foundation. It sets everything, but this kind of like caught, and it almost just, I don't know, it definitely did not work well with this foundation, my usual powder. So I gotta say, watch the demo, judge for yourself what you think, but all in all, I think if you are dry skin, I think you'll really, really enjoy this foundation, especially if you don't like a full coverage, you have decent skin, or you might wanna use a concealer if you need more coverage, a concealer and then this foundation on top. The wear time is pretty good. The color was shockingly good. As I mentioned, it doesn't oxidize. I'm not sure about the other color ranges or shades in the range. I'm not really sure how those work, but yeah, I just really feel that this is definitely suited more towards your combo too dry versus your oily to very oily. But if you live in a dry climate and you don't mind a little extra glow, then give it a try and just watch the demo and let me know what you think. So as you can see, I have some discoloration along my jawline here. I've got a blemish here. I have some major discoloration here. You know, some pores, just, you know, it's not good. I do the best I can, but thankfully makeup does a really good job usually of covering it. So I'm gonna put one pump on the back of my hand, take my damp beauty blender, excuse me, I know it's a little dirty, don't judge, and I'm going to bounce it. I'm moving a little fast because I'm noticing that my battery's about to die, which stinks. Try to always have it charged, but. So as you can see, a little bit does go a long way, and it covers okay, and I like to bring it down, but it doesn't cover, to me, as much as my personal taste is. Like, you can still see that, you know, and some other foundations, they really cover that in one go. So I'm going to do another pump, and I am going to go over it and see. You can see it's buildable. Definitely gave me some more coverage, but you can see how it's glowy for sure. It is not a matte finish. So this is going to be beautiful on your drier skins. I just know it. I just know it's going to be a lovely finish for you. So, okay. Still not totally covered, but maybe it's just because this light is just so bright. Okay. So there it is. You can see newly applied. Let's see if I can focus better. Newly applied, about 6 hours old. Newly, 6 hours. Glowy, very glowy. So that's it. So that is it does feel a little sticky. Definitely. That's why I think that's why when I went to go set it with powder, the powder kind of grabbed. because it just has a little bit of a stickiness to it. So yeah, I definitely recommend this for dry, oily skins. Give it, if you feel like it, if you can buy from a place that takes returns, then go for it. But if you are an oily skin in a humid climate, you could probably pass. Hopefully I answered all your questions in this video. If I didn't, I apologize. You know, I do my best with every video, and that's all I can do. And I try to answer things that I think when I'm looking for a product that I would want to know. So if I missed anything, I apologize. Please comment, please subscribe. I plan to do, I noticed that every time I upload a video, I lose a couple subscribers. It's either because they like my tutorials, not my reviews, or they like my reviews and not my tutorials, but I hope to do a combo of both, maybe one tutorial a week with one review or top 5 or something like that a week. So that's kind of where I'm going, so I can make all of you happy, those who like my tutorials and those who like my reviews. I can try to make you all happy. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you can follow me on Instagram at Risa Does Makeup, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, old Kermit the Frog here. Welcome back to my channel.